The U.S. President Donald Trump has said a crew member caught behind enemy lines after Iran shot down his F-15 fighter jet is now safe and sound after being rescued by the U.S. military. The airman was the second member of the two-person crew of an F-15 jet that was brought down by Iranian air defenses. The first member of the crew had been recovered. Now, Trump, in a post on Truth Social, said that the crew member, who also happens to be a colonel, is injured, but added that he will be just fine. In the same post, he hailed the U.S. military for pulling off what he described as the most daring search and rescue operations in U.S. history. In a message to Americans, he said, and I'm quoting here, "We will never leave an American warfighter behind." He said the operations prove that U.S. has achieved overwhelming air dominance and superiority over the Iranian skies. Iran is yet to confirm or deny the claims made by the U.S. president. However, the Iranian Revolutionary Guards have said that a U.S. aircraft, a C-130 in search of the airman, was downed in Isfahan province. And to discuss the escalating situation in the West Asia war, we were earlier joined by Stephen Golub from Bennica in California. He's a political analyst and lawyer. Now here's what he had to say. Let's listen.
In terms of air superiority, unfortunately, it dispels the notion that Secretary of Defense Hegseth and Donald Trump and others had been claiming that the U.S. had complete air superiority over Iran. It's true that we're nearly about 5 weeks into the war. No planes had been shot down until then, but now Iran has shot down 2 U.S. warplanes. So that's a real dent in the credibility of Hegseth and Trump in terms of claiming absolute air superiority. Regarding the rescue, it was a daring, impressive operation, apparently. And I'm just thankful as an American and as a humanitarian that this pilot was rescued while acknowledging that he's part of a war effort that's doing tremendous damage to Iran. The upside of it in terms of the bigger picture beyond the immediate saving of this pilot's life, possibly saving him from torture or other mistreatment, is that it's one less argument that Donald Trump could conceivably use for escalating the war. That is, now that the pilot's rescued and is not, as it turns out, a hostage in Iran, that may be one less reason for Donald Trump to bang the drums of war ever more loudly. On the other hand, Donald Trump may be so impressed by this, admittedly, yes, impressive rescue operation, that he may return to the notion that the U.S. military can do anything anytime it wants. And that's one of the assumptions on his part, as poorly informed and arrogant and ignorant as he is. That's one of the assumptions that actually could buttress his determination to escalate the war. So it's a double-edged sword in terms of what this portends for the war.